Well, hello, it's Tuesday, the 10th of May. Wow, time flies, doesn't it? What an old saying. Okay, I saw in my last video that I move around too much, so I'm going to stop doing that, hopefully. So, gosh, there's a lot of information going out, coming to us, and that's good. And one of the main things we got to remember is to stay positive, always, no matter what. We have to learn what's going on, take it in, accept it, and just keep moving on. Keep moving on. There's a couple things I want to point out today, and one of the main things is the 2000 Mules is out, and it is online. I will leave a link, okay? Because you can watch it for free. They probably don't like that, but they've made like millions off of it already, and people are believing in that. There's so much support for it. So be sure to kind of tune in on that, okay? All right. Keep a really good watch on your surroundings. Yeah, there's people in cars. Have you noticed this? There's people in cars that are wearing a mask. There's several people here in my apartment complex that are still wearing masks, and that's fine. I mean, I've been hit with flu symptoms, a cold, sinus, earache, the whole 9 yards. But it's kind of typical for me for this time of year because everything's in bloom. There's a lot of mold, stuff like that. My nose is pretty well. I'm getting weary of a runny nose and so on and so forth. Anyway, too much gross. All right. Number one important thing, start stocking up, man. All these businesses are being burnt down. Our food supply is being burnt down. We're not getting things in. The grocery store is starting to get kind of iffy on supplies and variety. So we need to watch out for that too. Okay? Just make sure and start just I can't stress this enough. Please stock up on food, stock up on water. And I know the water thing is kind of hard to stock up on, but there's a lot of evidence that our water is being messed with and polluted, and fluoride's not good for you. I don't care who says what. I've always believed in that. Remember, for you guys that are like over 50, over 60, they used to have fluoride tests where you chew on this tablet, and then if the pink sticks to your teeth, that means that you're not brushing as well. And there were fluoride stuff that you did, and it's like, didn't know it at the time. We just thought we were getting a free service so that we would, make sure that we bought lots of toothpaste, a lot of toothbrushes. Toothbrushes don't even last as long as they used to. Some of them are really junk. So we need somebody making toothbrushes. Come to think of it, I'm pretty sure the deep state owns Colgate too. Of course, they're the ones. Okay, so stocking up. Get squirrely. That's my new thing. I'm telling everybody, get squirrely. That way, store and store and store. Squirrels store all kinds of stuff. And that's so smart. So let's do that. We really need to get squirrely and start storing and stocking up. You're going to eat it anyway, right? Okay, I have to stop and wipe my nose. Excuse me. All right. Just be squirrely, okay? Just stock up. Whenever you're in the grocery, just, spend the extra 10, 20 and buy some extra stuff. Okay. Next thing is what I wanted to say is I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just, sometimes I go overboard on some of this stuff. But I noticed the trash people came today. And I was sitting there and I was kind of watching them take these great big things up and empty them. And I thought, they have a white truck. So it's like, ha ha ha, white trash. Then I went, oh, white trash. Do they think, is that another deep state governmental or, I don't know. Because they get paid by the state or the city or something like that. I don't know. It's just something I thought. And then I had Red Riding, and I'm like going, oh, am I overthinking this? Probably. Maybe not. So just look around. And like I said, I live in an apartment complex, and we don't have a pool or a sauna or anything like that. And it's for a certain population of people. I think I can say that. Believe it or not, most of them have a college degree around here. Most of them were pushed out of jobs or retired. It's a 55 plus place or a disability, and it's really sad to see all that education wasted. So, they're not doing anything now in the latter part of their years when they could be, so productive. But shoot, we can't even get all these. Did you notice the restaurants still hiring? Still hiring. And then they put out there $15 an hour. Can you believe it? I worked in one of those fast food places for like 2 days. Hated it. I slipping and sliding all over the place. I think I got paid like $4 or $5 an hour, if that, but that was a long time ago. Anyway, going on. All right, so we need to look up. I noticed that when I was doing my research that I found a lot of stuff. I like to look up companies and who owns them. That's a big thing. My parents had a company. You kind of wonder, excuse me, who owns what. And when I was looking, and I'll have to get that for proof, to back me up, but Pfizer and Monsanto merged back in 2014 or something like that. Well, then, I believe it was, the aspirin company, they bought Monsanto. And I'm like going, I think they're located in Germany or something like that. I need to go back and back up what I'm saying here. But yeah, it's like, can you believe it? It's like, wow. And all this stuff with the jab thing, the pointy thing going in you and everything. And they're still trying to push that, but many states are starting to part from that. You can wear a mask if you want to, I suppose. My problem with the mask is that, well, some people break out, and it seems like I was sick a lot, with the mask. And at other times, and then I went through a period where it's like, oh, okay, this really works. I'm not getting sick. It's because it wasn't out there. Supposedly. Okay. Gosh, I'll probably get knocked down already. But anyway, that's basically what I wanted to say. Just look around. You'll find around here there's people carrying guns, and you're not allowed to even have a gun on the property. So, they're protecting their family. It's legal, but not always everywhere that you go. A lot of grocery stores are even closing not because of the guns, but because money probably, and can't get the supplies. I don't know. I've just been kind of keeping an eye on it. Several companies are going down. I can get a list, probably put it in the notes and stuff. Other than that, the information that I do have, I don't have the links. I didn't. I just save, but I didn't save the links, not all of them. I just feel like I need to do that. Mainly why I'm on here today is just squirrel up, man. Just squirrel up. Just get out there and keep, buying the extra food and stuff, because even if we don't need it, you're gonna eat it anyway. There's several places out there, and a water purifier. Now I haven't done the water purifier yet, but I do have the air cleaners. I have an air cleaner in my bedroom and one in my living room, and that is mainly to get rid of the dust and so on and so forth, but and the pollens. So other than that, there's other stuff, but I'll have to include it later, okay? I just wanted to say, hey, we made it to Tuesday. There's so much going on. Look around. Go to Telegram. I'm Jode, JJR there. There's so many. I had terrible time getting a username, because everybody's Jode and some of them aren't so great. So this is what I look like. I did straighten my hair for the first one. Today is definitely ponytail day for sure, because I got so much work to get done around here, and I got to mess around with my computer, get links, and get all that settled in. So other than that, just keep looking around, because you'll be able to tell. You'll be able to ascertain the different people. And the one thing I'm having some difficulty with accepting is some of my friends don't think the way I do. Remember, you're going to have people that if you talk about this and you want to get the word out, that the people are going to believe you. Some of them aren't. They're just not going to believe you, and they're going to think that you're crazy and give you a hard time and stop talking to you and tell you that you're crazy or laugh at you. And it's like, if I'm wrong, thank goodness. But if I'm right and all this information is correct, we're in for it. And it's getting closer and closer. When you watch, or if you watch, please watch 2000 Mules. Our voting system has been wrong, fraudulent, for years. Not just the United States. It's been all over the world. And it's like, yeah, who knew? There's so much, and now there's all these fences around Washington buildings and everything, and there's a reason for it. You can believe that. So it's getting iffy out there, and just keep looking around, because you gotta watch your step, kinda. There's people being beat up in the street and stuff like that, and it's gonna get worse, because if you don't have food and water, it's going to be tough. And some of these, like China and some other country, or was it just China, they're locking these people up and not feeding them. And the Three Gorges dams, it's getting flooded, and when that breaks, there's going to be a lot of fatalities. We can't hardly purchase anything from China anyway, so like so many of them say, On the Fringe goes into this. Great guy, Dan the Radio Man. He explains a lot about everything that's going on, and shows a lot of news channels to go to. So that would be a really good source. And you know, he always brightens you up. You know, he's hoping that we have a great day. Another one is Jaco. He is Michael Jaco, unbelievable. He used to be a important guy. Oh, a Navy SEAL. He has so much information. He's another one, and there's Sherry Ray, and just there's a lot of people that have a lot of intel. Judy Brighton. So I'm here to share, and that's what I'm gonna do. You know, I'm just gonna share. You people, everybody needs to know, and probably most of you already read these. You know, and watch them, and that's real important. We've got to keep up on it. We got to keep positive. We got to keep settled down to the point that we're accepting of it and that we do something. Do anything. Help people out. Get on this YouTube place and just read up what you can on current events, because more than likely most of the TV channels, you know, the news there is probably going to go down. Yesterday, which I had the link but I can't find it, of course, the CEO of Pfizer was arrested in his home. A lot's going down. I haven't gone by the Pfizer that we have here in Portage, Michigan. I haven't noticed if they're still there, you know, if there's cars there, if they're still in business. I don't go by that area, but go for a drive sometime and I'll kind of pass by there, the Pfizer plant. They make a lot of medicine. Personally, I'm cautious. I'm on some medication for vascular, and other than getting dizzy and stuff, which is one of the side effects, it's like, what happens when this is gone? Are they putting stuff in it too? Are they? Is it safe to take a vitamin? These are questions I have. I don't know if anybody can answer them for me, but I'm kind of getting on the leery side. Pfizer has put out documents also that I'm going to post of what the jabs are, what they're made of. And this is what we need to check into. Man, just, you know, when you get that spare time, you don't want to see a rerun or something like that, go online. Look, research, find out what's going on. I gave you some names, and go by there. And most of you, like I said, have probably already did. I'm here to, like, not only get some of the news out, but just keep a positive attitude, man. We cannot get gloomy about this. You know, there's some of them that doom and gloom and we're not going there. Don't go there, because you'll get down in a hole that you can't climb back out of. And I'm talking sadness. And you don't want to do that. Nope, we're going to stay positive. We're going to accept everything, and then we're going to ascertain what the entire problem is and know that there are people out there, but we need more people. We need everyone to stand up, not go out and bust buildings and set everything on fire. It's just, and that's one thing, you know, it's like, yeah, I felt sad after all these were going on my Telegram you know, place. I have a map there, and I don't think I have it here, of where all these buildings are, and a couple of these places being burnt down, they're owned by China. Who would have thought? I mean, yeah, that's kind of obvious, you know, when you think about everything, but it's like, boy, somebody is really selling us out. You know, it's like, geez, a storage place for food, and it's owned by China. A couple of them, they're not, and the people are just waiting for the new crops to come in if we can get them, if they're any good. You know, those contrails and everything that they've poisoned us. I guess now, if you see those lines up in the sky that you think are airplane stuff, they're supposed to be, now they've changed it, and it's for healing us. God, you can only hope. I did notice that our grass is really green, but it rained for 2 days, like all day for 2 days. We don't get a lot of sunshine here in Michigan. I guess it's like one of the worst states for no sun. Of course, it's like a gloom cloud over us all the time. I don't know, it probably has to do with the lake and that we're up far north, you know. It's like, okay, I need to go to Florida or somewhere, but boy, it's getting crowded. They all are. People are kind of moving around, and, you know, it's all the same place. As long as you have good health care, plenty of food, plenty of water, a roof over your head, you're doing okay. That's kind of what it's brought down to. So, alrighty, I gotta get going. I'm trying to do this every day to get practice and to learn more about how all this stuff works, to get the word out. A lot of kids were kidnapped. Remember when they used to put it on the milk cartons? And you kind of think, what? At Walmart, they used to have this great big thing in the entryway where it showed all the missing kids and women and teenagers. It's like, have you seen me? No. And then you hear about these tunnels that are under all these businesses and hospitals, and you kind of go, wow, they were really sneaky. Deep state, or whatever you want to call it, or not deep state, or the bad people. So, yeah, then I have something solemn. I'm trying to get this one thing off here, and you have to turn these automatic things. My mother passed a couple years ago, and they deemed her as having some mental problems. She spoke a lot of what's going on and what goes on underneath the tunnels. I never believed her. And so now I'm like going, oh wow, I need to dedicate this to my mom, who I didn't believe, you know? It's like, you read it. She was a teacher. So we read. We had books, we had encyclopedias, we had everything like that. And she read constantly, all kinds of book clubs and everything. She just read constantly. She was a English teacher. I'll say that each child in our family, there's 3 of us, and we're all good writers. Oops. Okay, well, I gotta get going. Phone started ringing already, so I will talk to you later, and get squirrely, man. Start storing up. Have a great day, okay? It's been a pleasure.